But a cool detail about this is the entire bezel and all the markers and the hands are loomed. Is 1,000 meters of water resistance.
That's cool.
Has a helium escape valve as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which brand have a 1,000 meter water resistant watch in 38 millimeters? Yeah, this is, I would say, a tool watch perfected.
Welcome back to Fredmans. Today we're talking about 5 excellent watches at a great price point. What I've mainly brought out are dive watches. This one might not fall under that category, but...
And the brands are?
Unimatic, these 3, all of them, and then Nivada Grenchen for these 2. And all of these are going to be at different price points and different watches in general. So, okay, we can start off easily. Take the most classic one. This is an Antarctic Diver. So basically every watch Nivada makes is a re-edition of an old watch. This one, however, is not. This is a brand new watch that they just created to look vintage, but it actually is not. What's great about this, it has a classic shape on it, round case, regular bezel, screw down crown, no crown guards on this, which makes it a bit more casual, in my opinion. But a cool detail about this is the entire bezel and all the markers and the hands are loomed.
It's heavy.
Yeah. So it takes advantage of a soap rod movement, which is based off an ERA 2824 classic movement, but with some refinement in different areas of it. So it utilizes a Swiss movement, 28,800 vibrations per hour, roughly a 48-hour power reserve. It's not really much more to say about it. It's a very standard movement, but it's standard for a reason. It's a workhorse.
Did you say 4-day power?
48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah.
It's a really nice model. Do you have, is it only black dials?
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
They're only available with black dials on different bracelets and straps is the difference between them.
Nice screw down crown. A bit, not hard, of course not, but yeah. Like ITA or soap rod feeling on when you wind it.
Yeah, they are a bit harder to wind.
It's no issue at all, of course, but yeah.
I noticed it with my Nivada the first time I wound it up, is that there is some resistance to it. I tend to like it.
Yeah.
If you, for example, take an AP and wind it up manually, you're not going to feel anything. You can barely even hear it, so you don't know if anything is happening. This one you feel something happening at least.
What is the water resistance?
200 meters.
Yeah. And maybe you can explain the other?
Yeah, so the Depthmaster, this is based on an old model.
Yeah.
Compared to the Antarctic, they're completely different watches. This, for me at least, it resembles a lot like the Panerai Radiomir, the non-crown guard version.
Okay.
With the kind of square rounded case and lugs that go straight out just from the case. They look like they're not even supposed to be there, but I find that really intriguing about this watch. This one, however, compared to the Diver, is 1,000 meters of water resistance.
That's cool.
Has a helium escape valve as well.
Nice.
And also, of course, a screw-down crown. The crown on this one is a bit bigger and easier to operate as well. So winding the watch is going to feel a bit easier on this one. And compared, it's a no-date dial as well, so it's going to look a bit more refined and clean.
You said that this is easier to screw down. Is it because it's bigger?
Yeah, the crown is a lot bigger on that watch, and especially in the Antarctic series, that's actually one negative I have about it. This crown is very small, so it's a bit hard, especially if you have bigger hands like me. That crown, however, it's a bit bigger, it's a bit more protruding than on Antarctic, but that one is the most protruding and the most squared off crown, so it's easy, very easy to grip. So as far as build quality, Nivada has a standard that's incredible. It's absolutely amazing for the price point of the watches. And the bracelets as well, they're amazing. Screw links on all of their bracelets, and really robust feeling as well. This one, the Beads of Rice bracelet, is not as supple on the wrist as this flat link. Might look the complete opposite, but this has longer links. So these are about 6 millimeters, those are about 4.5 millimeters. So it's gonna conform to your wrist a bit better with the flat link.
1,000 meters.
Yeah.
What's the size of this? Because it doesn't look too big on my 16 centimeter wrist.
38 mils.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which brand have a 1,000 meter water resistant watch in 38 millimeters?
I was gonna say Omega, but no, that's bigger. The Planet Ocean, but the 6,000 meters.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah. The bezel on that is amazing.
I mean, I like both of these. I would say that the Depthmaster it's so scaled down, even though it has the lugs and kind of squarish case, which looks awesome, I think, but very special, unique. It's very toolish.
Yeah.
You have no ceramic bezel. You have like a plain black collar. So it's like, yeah, this is, I would say, a tool watch perfected. And a bit of playish with
yeah, the markers on it, they create a fun aesthetic of the watch. But the great thing about it is it's super easy to read in time. You can have a quick glance at it and then you're done. Compared to that one, can be a bit harder to read, especially with so much going on the dial. It can be a bit confusing just to be able to glance at it very quickly. It's not a hard watch to read, but this one is easier.
So I like these two very much. What do we have here?
All right, so we're going over to Unimatic now. So I brought out a couple of different alternatives. These are going to be very similar to divers options. The fun thing about this one, if we're going to start off with it, Unimatic is mostly known for their extremely simplistic design, being very minimalistic, not overusing indexes, markers, or Arabic numerals, for example, which this one is the complete and total opposite. Since it's a Unimatic, it's a very minimalistic watch, but at the same time there's some sort of, not mystique to it, but it raises a question mark, why did they do it? I like it a lot.
I agree. Even though you shouldn't this maybe you can dive with, but this would be catastrophic if you would use it for diving.
Yeah, it would for sure be. You could measure time in circa 5-minute increments. And of course you can use it as a dive watch, but it would be a bit challenging to say the least. And if you're diving with a watch, which basically no one does nowadays because they're diving computers, you're already up for a challenge.
So these two are they're very similar, although one is 38 millimeters, much more wearable in my opinion for me.
Yeah.
And it's not, of course, a dive. It doesn't have some of the dive watch specifications as this watch.
No crown guards, so fully exposed crowns, no bezel.
But the dial is the same colors.
Yeah.
The hands.
The hands, the markers and dial, they are almost the exact same. The color-wise, they're identical, but
this
size.
gilt.
It's a cream-colored hands.
Did you say cream?
Yeah.
Gold. Okay.
Cream-colored hands with gold borders is what I'd call it.
All right.
The thing about these Unimatic, their entire standard line features Seiko movements, the regular NH
This also?
PD5. No, that features a Sellita movement. So all of these are Swiss movement watches compared to the regular ones. But this also features a Swiss movement, but the bezel on this is a bit different as well with the click spring. It has a different feeling to it.
Can you do it on the mic?
Yeah. It's a bit more military-like on the build.
Okay.
That one is going to feel a bit more clicky. It's
okay, my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, you can notice the difference between them.
I like this more.
Personally, I do like that more as well. But this one has the pro of not turning that easily when you wear it. There is one downside with this crown, or not the crown in particular, the crown guards. On the bottom side here, on
Yeah.
the top hand it's kind of fastened in a way that it slopes down. On the bottom it's completely straight. So when you turn it in, you're gonna scrape your fingers on this pretty sharp edge, which might not be that comfortable. But on the other hand, you're not gonna screw in and out the crown all day long. So mostly you're gonna set the time, have it on, and then put the watch in a winder even maybe. And the one thing that makes this special is the 500 meters of water resistance. This has 300, this has 500. But there is one thing with Unimatic that's kind of an itch for me, which I feel is the downside, and that's their straps, the rubber straps. The other ones, I feel they're great. The NATO straps, great. The fabric straps, they're perfect. They're one of the best fabric straps I've felt for the price, especially. But these rubber straps are a bit hard. They almost feel a bit plasticky. It's not like, usually when you rub your finger over your rubber strap with your nail, you're gonna dig into rubber and it's gonna stop. It kind of almost glides over, and it's a bit too hard.
For you, your taste.
Yeah, I'm personally not a fan of it. But the great thing is Unimatic watches come delivered with NATO straps as well, so you can just swap that out immediately without having to pay for an extra strap.
I think this is cool because, of course, it fits my wrist better, but it's like super straight.
Yeah,
but
the case has a kind of a boat shape.
Yeah.
What we call a boat.
You can feel a bit of it on the wrist, but not much.
It's more of a visual
effect
than
exactly.
the actual comfort
So
effect.
I think this is really nice. I would say, yeah, that to keep in mind, it's that the case doesn't hug the wrist as some other watches can do. But I think to summarize these watches, I think these are awesome, even though some of them are too big for my taste. And I think especially, of course, both of them, but I think it's so cool with a newer brand as Unimatic. Do you know when they started to make watches?
2015. It's
So
their
it's
official startup year.
8 years,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
8-9 years.
They sell out their watches because they are limited, and they create unique watches, and also not only unique in the sense of that they have like one model from another, you can see differences because they are limited, but also, I mean, I don't see any inspiration from any other brand or model.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
Yeah,
I can't.
I totally get that.
I don't.
They
I
look
mean,
like nothing else.
I don't see a Daytona. I don't see a Royal Oak. I don't see a Panerai. It's
No, they are very unique.
and that's
in that
super
sense.
hard to create a watch. Yeah, that's unique. So thank you for bringing me here today to show me these cool models.
Thank you for listening in.
Thanks.
It's great seeing you again.
Yes.
All right.